Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chin music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rock. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit.
Yo, what's happening? What's up, everybody? It's the FCW gang. Y'all already know what it is. And we are here for the Wrestling and Chill show this week. So, Rolly, what's happening, baby? How you been?
I've been straight, been good, just working and everything. But watch Raw and I'm ready to get into it because it was a good show. To me, it was a good show.
Yeah, it was pretty decent show, man. It really wasn't no bad match tonight. Like literally, every single match was good. I was extremely impressed, even with PFC, and we'll talk about that. Spoiler alert: PFC was on the show tonight, but their match extremely impressed me. You know what I mean? I was not let down by any moment this week. It was pretty good. It was pretty good in my opinion. I say out of 5, I give about the regular about 3. I say 3.3. Real close to a 3.5. So what would you give, Rolly?
You know, since you did a 3.3, I always got to round it up to a 4. So it's gonna be a 4 for me, definitely out of 5.
I feel you, bro. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. So without further ado, we can go ahead and get into it, man. The first segment that we had tonight, we had Jey Uso. Well, first of all, we had Gunther. Oh, no, you're right. I had it right first. Jey Uso came out first. Jey Uso came out. We already know Jey Uso always got a different shirt on every time he come out, but it's still that same thing. The yeet moving on there. He got the crowd rocking. I say they probably had the crowd rock for about 7-8 minutes straight of Jey Uso music. It was great, man. It was great to see as always, man. We know Jey Uso is pretty much, I say in my opinion, I'm pretty sure he's usually top in sales. I'm pretty sure he's like at least top three as far as popularity. So with that being said, man, he came out rocking the crowd, pretty much talking about what he gonna do this weekend. He didn't even get to finish. He pretty much said about 2 sentences, and then Gunther immediately came out there. The ring general came out there, right? And he wasn't having it. He like, Jay, hey, check this out. You straight, you cool and all, but you don't deserve to be by this title. You are not a main eventer. You are a mascot, and I'm sick of you. By the way, what's up to my brother Razorback Rock? Appreciate you joining us, bro. And Reptar, we appreciate you, girl. Love you. Yes, sir. So, like I said, with that being said, Ring General came out there cutting Jay down, pretty much saying, he shouldn't be by this title. He doesn't deserve it. And another thing after that, Jay pretty much said, hey, you right. You know what? You call me mascot, but I tell you what, this my team out here. These people, they my team. I'm playing for them. You know what I mean? With that being said, I'm gonna take that title this weekend. I'm gonna hang it up in my room. So, pretty much just talking stuff. They're getting ready for this match this weekend. I already said I don't want it to be Jay because I know Jay's gonna lose. I'm tired of watching Jay lose. But Jay is always someone he pretty much became a super popular version of Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler. Just throw him out there. Something not working, you don't know what to do with something, boom. Throw Jey Uso out there. It's immediately hit. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it was pretty cool to see him out there. But like I said, it's just pretty much building fire and anticipation for Saturday night's main event, which would be Jey Uso versus Gunther. They pretty much had a little fist brawl before Gunther exited the ring, and we already know what's gonna happen. So, Rolly, what you think about this first segment?
Thought the segment was cool. They had Jey Uso's music playing. Maybe they replayed his music like maybe 3 times, 2 times. Literally, like having them just having a party in the arena like they always do. Michael Cole acting a goddamn fool, just a dork. Every time, all the time. Just look. He said like Wade Barrett. He said that he was dancing like grandpa at or a drunk grandpa at a wedding. I was dying, bro. That was hilarious. But Gunther coming out was, I like seeing Gunther as this, smug heel with the smug little grin on his face. He's arrogant, he's confident. That's the Gunther I like seeing, because that Gunther with Damian Priest and that daggone feud, I didn't like seeing it. I was like, this is not the Gunther I know. The Gunther I know is dominant. He's smug. He's arrogant. He knows he's great and probably the best wrestler in the world. He knows that. So he's going to continue to show you that. And he was trying to bury Jay on the mic. Like, literally telling him everything that Jay is. Jay, you're always going to be a tag team wrestler. Jay, you're a WWE master. Jay agrees. That's all. He just agrees every time. He agrees to it. Like, yeah, I am the mascot. Yeah, but this is my team. WWF, this is my team. This is all my squad. And they're going to be with me when I beat your ass and take that World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm like, all right, straight up, let's go. And they came, they went to a brawl and everything. The brawl happened. Jay had the upper hand. I'm like, okay, we're definitely leading into Saturday Night Main Event. I'm not mad at Jey Uso being out here and Gunther, because I'm like, we're getting this going. Saturday Night Main Event looks like it's going to be good. And even though Jay's going to lose, obviously, it's going to be a good match. I know it's going to be a good match. I feel like Gunther's going to get a great match out of him, because Gunther's just that great in the ring, and Jay is improving. He has improved very much. So, yeah, I ain't got no problem with this. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, I tell you what, they're going to show some love to Jay, no matter what. You know what I mean? He always going to have a paycheck, no matter what. They're going to always throw him in somewhere, say, hey, let's just make the best of this, whatever. Go ahead out there, do your thing. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, it wasn't too bad at all. I wasn't mad about it, but at the same time, like I said, I don't want to see him against Gunther this week. I know Gunther's not going to win. But, not going to lose. But, other than that, great segment, great way to kick off Raw. You know what I mean? So the next thing that we had on the agenda, we had I ain't going to say a hometown favorite. That would be Rey Mysterio last week. But we had a highly anticipated second match for my guy Penta. Penta, man, I'm telling you, bro. Penta is something else, man. I didn't know about this match until this morning that was going to happen. It was Penta versus Pete Dunne. And for all y'all who don't know, Dave Ralphie. Say that again.
Before we go to that, we also, I think before Penta even happened, we had Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston and New Day.
That happened before?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got my notes mixed up. Okay, we can tackle that one. That's fine. So we had, I do think I got my notes mixed up. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I had a lot of things to do today. But yes. So we did have the New Day, which is with Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio. But let's back up. Even before that, we had a segment with, so if I'm gonna talk about that, we gotta talk about the backstage segment with New Day and John Bradshaw Layfield, Mr. JBL. So they had a little backstage segment. They pretty much ran into JBL. They're like, hey, find somebody who understands us. You had to drop your partner and your dead weight in order to ascend to where you're going. When you did it, you ascended and you went great. I don't think JBL liked that statement. The character, not the actual, real life thing. He already knew what was going on. But the character, of course, he wouldn't like it, because the character always got along with Ron Simmons. So, of course, he was like, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what? I do get it. Also, the funny thing is Kofi put $3 or $2 in JBL's pocket, like, have our back out there tonight. You know what I mean? So, of course, he should take all that after insult. So he's like, yeah, hey, I get it. You had to drop. You had to drop Big E. Of course, you go out there, New Day Rock, and they see, Big E with all that charisma and great wrestling ability and the look and everything. Yeah, you got to drop it to get attention on yourself, I guess. And they're like, oh, okay, all right. You too? Yeah, whatever. You're losing the step. But then when they got out there before the match, Kofi was talking stuff on the mic, and he went out there and grabbed $2 out the vest of John Bradshaw Layfield, which is another hilarious segment, right? So with that being said, broke Montel Jordan. First of all, JR, for you to know who Montel Jordan is, you had to look them up right before you got on the show. I guarantee. You know what he did? He looked up black people that sing with glasses. That's all he looked. And he think we all look alike. I don't appreciate it, JR. I don't appreciate it. But anyway, like I was saying, bro. This segment with this interaction with JBL, I really like it. It may lead to something because I don't see a point of having it was good or not, but I don't see a point of having JBL come in and just comment with New Day only and nothing else. You know what I mean? He literally did nothing else but comment and interact with New Day only, which is fine. I was entertained by it. JBL did talk about Rey Mysterio, who he had several matches with during his heel run, which is like I said, it was always great. JBL really entertained me tonight. But just interacting with just New Day only, I didn't see a point of that. But hey, it is what it is. I really wanted him to give somebody a clothesline from hell. But let's talk about the attire of Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston only had on black pants tonight. I'm talking like regular pants. He had a belt on with him. And some wands, some orange and black wands on. None of that New Day stuff. No bright colors. Who's again? Like you said about not Kofi, but Xavier Woods. He had that sauce on, like you've been saying. Them yellow pants with the black shirt and the chain. Like you said, since they turned heel, he's been turning it up with the sauce. So with that being said, they did not have any New Day attire. I personally think they're going to eventually change their song as well. They may even change their name. But for now, they still got the name in the song, but they absolutely changed their attire. We already know about the attitude change. This match, pretty good. Extremely entertaining. We already know Kofi and Ray, they're going to put on some good matches. But this match right here, I felt like I didn't know who was going to win. I did not know who was going to win down to the T. I thought Kofi was going to win. I really did. For some reason, sure, but Ray Mysterio did pick up the win with a little reversal and a 1-2-3. Now, I did see like two blunders in this match, but I don't think they were, they weren't too bad. No one cares about it. I don't know what Big Bev is. JR, do you know what that is, Rolly?
He said you look like a member of Belle Biv DeVoe, the one that no one cares about.
Yeah, whatever that is, I don't know what that is. All right.
It's I guess what is it? I can't even talk about it. New Edition. It's the group that came from New Edition. That's what it is.
Oh, you're talking about when that poison.
Yeah,
I got you. I got you. I completely forgot about that. Now, if you could name two members in that, JR, shouts out to you. All right? Shout out to you. But with that, like I said, bro, this match with Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston is extremely entertaining. I thought Kofi was going to pick up the win. He did not. They got the roll up. It was a couple blunders in this match, but they weren't too terrible. You know what I mean? Like when Rey Mysterio did the Hurricanrana counter to the steps, I think they were supposed to do that the first time, and he kind of dropped them a little bit. His pants looked a little slick. I think Kofi dropped them. Like, he didn't drop them for up here, but he dropped them for down here. You know what I mean? So it didn't hurt him too bad, but I clearly saw that. Wrestler or whatnot. Other people may not have seen it, but I kind of could see a few blunders a little easier now. But yeah, I loved it. I loved the match, man. I hope it really leads to something, because I think these two factions can really do something. After the match, Kofi did attack him. Kofi and Xavier did attack Ray, and LWO came out to help. After that, they attacked, what's that, Wild? That's a Wild. Yeah, that was Wild. Yeah, that was King Wild, who they attacked as well and got on out of there. So I think it's going to lead to something. It's a good little first feud for New Day. They need to win it, though. They definitely need to win it. Lady of Rays. Whatever they are. They definitely need to win this. You know what, Rikishi? I'm sick of you. But anyways, they definitely need to win this. You know what I mean? If they lose it, it would kind of hurt their momentum. I hope they don't do what they did like with Wyatt 6. You recognize 3 weeks without Wyatt 6, and that's for a reason. You know what I mean? Hopefully they bring them back randomly, and it be for a great pop or whatnot. and they actually do something meaningful. But what they were doing with carrying, they kind of dropped it on it. So I understand them not being out there anymore right now. But like I said, what do you think about this match and everything around it, Rolly?
Thought the match was cool. I thought it was, great. I thought Rey Mysterio, honestly, Rey Mysterio still moves like a cruiserweight, and like prime cruiserweight at his age is crazy insane, literally insane. So I like to see that. Like, I love seeing Rey Mysterio in the ring because he continues to just show that he's still that great luchador that he's always been. Even though he has a little, some blunders sometimes, it comes with age. That's just how it is. He's getting older, so of course he's going to mess up sometimes. But as long as you can pick yourself back up and continue on with the match, you straight. So that's what they did. It was a good match. Kofi had a great showing as a heel, trying to pull heel tactics, but Rey Mysterio ended up getting the win. And then afterwards, they beat him down, which I was, expecting. I was hoping that they wasn't going to just roll out the ring and keep on going. Like, no, Rey Mysterio beat you. You're a heel. Attack the dude. And they attacked him. And then they got out of there when LWO came down. They made it seem like they were going to fight, but no, they rolled right out the ring and tried to get out of there. And the one thing that I like the most about this is that they thought, okay, the LWO thought they were in the clear. So when Joaquin Wilde came right out, out the ring to everything like that, he got out the ring. Kofi pushed him right into the post, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. They came back and attacked the other member. I'm like, all right, that's good, because basically they think that we're out of here. No, we came back for another attack. We came back for another hit. That's cool. I like that. Definitely like that. I don't think I've seen it in WWE recently, so it's cool to see that they came back and got another member. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's good. But I ain't got no problems with this match. Match was good. The post-match attack was good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with this feud. I don't think the New Day is going to lose at all. I think they're going to probably have them looking strong, especially if their plan is to do something with Big E at WrestleMania or whatever. I don't know what their plans are for WrestleMania. I just hope that they're a part of it, because this New Day is actually great, and I can't wait to see their new theme. Kofi needs some gear, because they always go crazy with the gear. I need a gear. I don't like the pants and the shoe, and the ones is cool. The ones is fresh, but you look like Ricochet when Vince McMahon had WWE. He had Ricochet out there with pants and shoes. Like, bro, come on, no, we ain't doing it. No. So I want to see some gear, and I want to see a new theme and a new name. But I'm cool with this. It was great.
Yes, sir. Yeah, to piggyback off your point, when they attacked Wild, they had, like I said, they came around and then they pulled Wilds out. And who was it again? Azaria pushed them to Kofi, then Kofi pushed them into the thing. So that, like you said, that was a pretty dope moment. I'm glad they did that. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta be looking strong. You know what I mean? We can't have all y'all standing back up looking good before we get out of there. So, nice moment. They're doing their heel thing, and I'm glad to see it. We're gonna see what they bring with that. But like you said, hopefully they get some good gear soon and new music and everything. Like I said, if they do interact with Big E, hopefully it is at WrestleMania. I don't care if Big E just interfere in that match and give somebody a clothesline. The pop is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. We'll see what happens. So the next segment that we had, man, we had a little backstage segment with American Made. American Made consists of Creed Brothers and Creed Brothers, Ivy Now, and also our favorite Chad Gable. They pretty much, Chad Gable has lately been having a problem with luchador wrestlers. He had a little interview backstage, and he was saying that I'm having a problem with these luchador wrestlers. I don't like it. We're gonna this is what I'm gonna do. I got some help on this guy, this other luchador. His name, with a great mustache, his name is Dominic Mysterio. So he got a little note from Dominic later on. I don't know what's in that note. I think it's somebody who's gonna help train him or get them ready for other luchadors. Who is it? I have no idea. We'll see about that later on. But I think it was a pretty interesting segment. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but you got anything to say about that?
I liked the segment for one, because American made their promo when they were talking about the gold and everything that they're going to have. I'm like, okay, this team, like, they looking like a strong unit right now. Like, they all want gold. They all promo very well. They literally stake their claim for a championship gold in 2025. And I'm like, okay, that's what I want to see. No more blunt, no more comedy acts or y'all losing to people. It's time to take the team serious. Abby now is a beast. Abby now is a problem. She's big. She's strong. She gets the submissions, everything. Abby now could probably hold gold in 2025. The Creed brothers, we've seen what they've done in NXT and how good they were in NXT. We've seen what they've done even on the main roster in certain matches. Street Profits that they fought with they fought the Street Profits before, had a great match there. We've seen what they can do. So I definitely wouldn't mind seeing them as tag team champions in the future. The War Raiders is cool. They're a cool tag team. It was cool to basically get the belts off of Finn Balor and JD. I think that's what it was for. But if you want to make the tag team division, pop, give it to the Creed brothers with American made. And Chad Gable's overdue for a championship belt. Overdue. Way overdue. It's time. It's time. So I just like that. I like that, I guess he does have a problem with luchadors right now, and it's cool. I don't know who they have training him. I don't know. Dominic just gave him a name, and he said it's somebody who I guess knows a lot about luchadors. I don't know who it is. Beats me, but I'm interested in seeing where this goes. And I guess he's going to get another match with Penta, maybe. If this is leading to him, having problems with luchadors and, he's going to get trained, then he's going to have another match with Penta or Rey Mysterio. I don't know. But good segment. Definitely good segment.
Yeah, definitely, man. It'll be crazy if that does happen. Now, Ivan out, with the mid-card title, the Creed brothers get like tag titles, then hopefully Chad goes, and gets that Intercontinental Championship that he's been trying to get for so long. So that would be dope, and especially if it all happens at the same time, or even if they move to SmackDown and do the same thing over there, like Chad go for United, she go for United Women's or whatnot, and then they get the tag title. They'll still be dope. Either way it goes, it's time to take their formation needs to be taken serious, and I think mid-card and tag titles are the first step into doing so. So shout out to them. We will see what happens with that. I think great things are gonna happen with that athlete. So we'll just see. So next thing that we had on the agenda, we finally had Sami Zayn. We saw Sami Zayn come out tonight, and he's pretty much talking about how he's in the Royal Rumble. He's going to win the Royal Rumble and go to main event WrestleMania. His story has always been with the with a heavyweight world title. And that's it. It's the only reason why nobody wanted him to beat Gunther, because his story is with the world heavyweight title, or even the WWE title. A world title period is where his story is at. It's not with mid-card. We've already seen him do that. We've already seen him tag titles. All right, he got to go for the world title. So with that being said, he picked up on that today. So right after he got done saying he's gonna enter the Royal Rumble, guess who came out? The one we've been waiting to see what he got to say about everything. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens came out and he had a Bret Hart shirt on. Yo, he is such a troll. I'm pretty sure he got that shirt on because Sammy loves Bret Hart. He's always trolling somehow, and that was kind of funny. So he had a Bret Hart jacket on, came out, and Sammy like, "What, man? What you gonna do? What we gonna do about this? How we gonna do it? 'Cause I know you got a problem with me for tagging with and helping out Roman Reigns. So you had a problem with Cody doing it." He was like, "Look, you know what, Sammy? I'm not on that man. You got history with Roman Reigns, so I understand that. Hell, me and you got history, and the times I betrayed you, you forgave me. You're a forgiving person, so I get it. But with that being said, I'm gonna have your back at the Royal Rumble. I know that you can do it. I know that you can win the Royal Rumble. I believe in you, and I know that I can beat Cody this week and become the WWE champion. So with that being said, I said I would be mad if I said this Friday on my Friday show, SmackDown, I said I would be extremely mad and pissed if Kevin Owens wins and then Rey Mysterio wins the Royal Rumble. So Rey Mysterio said he's going to enter it, right? I would have been extremely pissed. But hear me out. Sammy and KO main event, I wouldn't be as mad as that. Is that the exact match that I want, maybe? No. Well, I'd be mad at it though. That's a different. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it at all because they are long-term friends. They've been doing this for a while, and like he said, their matches. They've had banger matches, by the way. Every match they've had against each other, but they never done on the grandest stage of them all. If they did have that WrestleMania match, I think it'd be pretty fire. And the main event with your best friend would be great as well. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's if that's your alternate WWE, you got a great alternate. Like you got a fire alternate for sure. So with that being said, Kevin Owens pretty much walked out saying, "I got your back this weekend, where you have mine, or next weekend or whatnot. Whenever Royal Rumble hits, you're gonna have my back because I got your back." So he's pretty much saying he's gonna run some interference in that Royal Rumble. Like, let's say if it's 2 people left, Kevin Owens gonna have something to say what's going on. You know what I mean? So, but I think he wants Sammy to interfere in his match to help him with Cody, which is more likely not gonna happen. So that could lead to some type of storyline. So with that being said, Rolly. Oh, by the way, Sammy beard tonight had waves in it. It had waves in it, like black people have waves in their head. And I was like, oh yeah, they done got the boy Sammy right. He done went to a black bar. But with that being said, Rolly, what you think about this whole first segment? I mean, not first segment, segment with them.
I thought it was cool. Definitely, Sammy coming out and he, like you said, he's been doing the Intercontinental Championship thing, the mid-card belt thing. He was Intercontinental Champion. I don't know if he was United States Champion, but he's been on the mid-card and not even mid-card. He was in the tag team division too. He won tag team gold. He needs a World Heavyweight Championship belt. If it's not a World Heavyweight Championship, he needs the WWE Championship belt. But I don't think he's going to get it, not this year at least. But it was cool that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble because it makes it more stacked. Because now it's like, okay, we already don't know who's going to win this Royal Rumble match this year. But y'all are literally stacking the deck to the point where it's like, now I really, really, really don't know who's going to win. Because y'all got so many names in here. It's stacked up. And like when you added John Cena, I thought, okay, John Cena's going to win. It only makes sense for him to get a 17th world title. But then you added CM Punk, you added Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if Cena's winning. He's old now. He's way older now. Maybe Cena in his prime can do it, but Cena at this age, I don't think he's beating Roman Reigns out or any of them. I don't see it happening. But now that Sami Zayn's in it, it makes it even harder. It's like, okay, I don't know who's winning, but I'm interested in seeing what this Royal Rumble is going to consist of, because there's going to be a lot of storylines playing into it, and we're going to get a lot of story advancements in this match. So it's going to be cool to see that. And then Kevin Owens coming out only makes it even more interesting, talking about how, I'm going to have your back out of Royal Rumble. You're my brother. We've been up and down the road together for 20 plus years, up and down the road. We've fought each other. We've fought side by side. Now it's only right that we have each other's back at the Royal Rumble. I want to have this match with you at WrestleMania. I feel like it's the only thing we haven't done. We haven't main evented WrestleMania together. So I'm gonna have your back at the Royal Rumble, and I know you're gonna have mine. He didn't even say, I hope you'll have my back. He said, I know you're gonna have mine. I'm like, well, I mean, do you really trust Sammy that way? Like, Sammy's bloodline, like he's really bloodline in right now. Like he's wearing the shirts and everything like that. He's fully bloodline. So I don't know if he's gonna have your back like that, brother. So I don't know why you think he's gonna have your back. And you're gonna be upset that he's not going to help you when that, when the chips are down and you're literally inches away or you're almost about to lose. He's not gonna come out and help you out against Cody. Cody's gonna retain, and we'll see where that goes after that. I feel like after that, he's probably going to package power driver. Eventually, he's getting a package power driver. Oh, for sure. And it's crazy because it's not like he hasn't felt it before. Sammy has felt it multiple times on the indies, so he knows what it's like. So it's going to be cool. I can't wait to see literally what's going to happen with this story, definitely.
They might mess around and legalize the move again since they got Penta there. Cause you know Penta's known for doing it. But yeah, definitely, man. Definitely something to see, man. Like you said, man, this Royal Rumble is gonna be action packed. Like you said, got John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. I'm pretty sure Solo probably gonna be in there. Man, it's so many people. So many people are gonna be in it. We just do not know who's going to win this year. And to be quite frank, honest, man, I don't know who I want to win. I think LA Knight's gonna be in as well. Street Profits probably gonna return in. It's so many possibilities, man. So many possibilities. So with that being, also we can't forget Jay and Jimmy probably gonna be in there too. So we can't forget that, man. It's something to see, man. We're gonna see what happens, man, and we're gonna let it work itself out. So with that being said, on to the next thing, man. This is a pretty interesting subject as well. We had a backstage interview with Sheamus. Sheamus pretty much talking about the things he's done and you know everything going on right now. And we get a little interruption from Braun Breaker. But right before we talk about that, man, we can go to our sponsors. Oh, he already got it up there. Hey, Dating with Reptar, y'all. Dating with Reptar. You guys, please tune in, Miss Reptar. She is part of the FCW podcast. She also has her own thing going. Dating with Reptar is on all platforms. We got it on Instagram. We got it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Please watch her, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get into these sponsors, and we'll be right back. Please do not go anywhere.
Yo, FTW gang. I know, it's a little different seeing your boy Mr. FTW not behind the bright lights with his championship belt. I'm in the car. I'm in the FTW bucket, man. With that being said, I gotta let you guys know. Yes, shout out to Real. But yes, that being said, here, 5 to 7 business days a week. If you want to be a paid sponsor, all you got to do is hit me up, man. We run live 5 through 7 business days a week, and we go live on 5 different platforms, gang. 5 different platforms. You can go out there and reach, you know what I'm saying, really reach the numbers you really want to reach. Let us help you do that. And with that being said, man, I always want to give a shout out to all our sponsors. So shout out to all the paid sponsors if you are a paid sponsor already. And shout out to the ones that are out there that's going to become a sponsor in the future. And with that being said, man, it's your boy, Mr. FTW. I don't want to hold up any more of your time. So we're going to play these paid sponsors and we're going to...
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw. Down M13.
Can be, and as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, a milestone video, a huge video, one that I was talking about a few videos back, a few new figure pickup videos back. We were talking about this right here. It is none other than episode 50 of new figure pickups. It is crazy to think that this YouTube started back up again after so many years of being away. We started back up in June of 2022. Here we are, a little over 2 years later, 50 episodes later of new figure pickups. I told you guys it was going to be a good one. It was going to be a big one. We're going to try to make sure that we don't make this
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, y'all can go ahead and make sure if y'all want to be a paid sponsor, please tag in to anybody on the FTW podcast who will get that information, boss man, and he will get on to you with that. Now, with that being said, we got a guest tonight, baby. Hey, man, when I say this man been clocking in, he been clocking in. Hey, Lyle, what's happening, baby? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Want to say real quick, since we're still in the sponsor phase, just got done with the sponsors. Everybody look at the screen. Normally you see Lyle Madman Murray up there, but right now you see FTW Madman because that is the promo code you put in at DUBBYWEnergy.com. Go ahead and try that out. Get you that $16.99 sampler pack. Comes with the tumbler shaker, three of their flavors to try out. Pure energy, no sugar. Coffee, fruit extract, a whole bunch of other good shit for you. Put that in FTW Madman, exactly how it's spelled. 10% off your order. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We sure do appreciate that, man. Like I said, we appreciate you joining us as well. Now, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what, man? What would you get tonight's show? I gave it a 3.3. Rolly says a 4. What do you think, brother?
Oh, I'll give a solid 3. I'll give a solid 3 out of 5. That's pretty good for me. Like, it wasn't a bad show at all. It's pretty entertaining. I'm telling you what, I'm digging the way Netflix is filming all this. Their arena shit's pretty cool. Their little cut scenes going into, they seem to have a lot better sense of when to go to commercial. There was one time that I was kind of like, oh, you don't need to be going to commercial right now. Come on. But other than that, it seems like they're pretty on point with that. Again, I like the little, when it shows the matchups, Penta versus Pete Dunne. It's kind of standing there and kind of like fight night type shit, getting it. But all right, I like the graphics. I like kind of the transition. I think Netflix is killing it on the presentation side. I'm not 100% sold on what stories they're doing currently, but tonight was pretty good. I wasn't upset with tonight's show.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of back in the day where they would show the two opponents, and then they would show them turn around to the screen, like they say Brock Lesnar was there. Yeah. Like Brock Lesnar, he has a title. He look at the screen. You know what I mean? You have Rey Mysterio doing like that, whatnot. You know what I mean?
Seen it be doing that shit, and then oh yeah,
absolutely. It gets the same feel of it, so I ain't mad at all. Like you said, it's pretty dope to see it. The subject that we're currently on, and I get your opinion right after I get Rollies on this one. The current subject that we're on right now, we got Sheamus back there again interview, and then he got interrupted by Braun Breaker. We all know Braun Breaker is a favorite. He's a heel, but we all be barking every time we see him on the screen. He's a major popular star right now, but I ain't gonna say just like Y6, cause at least we've seen him on the screen. But we're gonna say for the last 3 weeks, he hasn't been in action. Very limited time. Him and Logan Paul been on the screen the same amount of time. So with that being said, he's the Intercontinental Champion. I don't know why he hasn't been in action yet. And just now talking to Sheamus about anything. You know what I mean? It kind of don't make sense to me, especially if it's Braun Breaker. It was reportedly one of the stars they want on there. I guess it's going to be a slow burn with them, with this Netflix era, which is, hey, that's not surprising with Triple H. He does a good job at slow burning us, but when we actually get there, it's usually worth the wait. So, with that being said, what do you think about this whole Sheamus and Braun Breaker thing? Rolly, you tell me first.
I thought it was cool. I guess it was cool. There wasn't really much to it. Sheamus talking about how he's going to be a Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. That Saturday Night Main Event. Again, we're hyping Saturday Night Main Event up, so no problem here with that. And Braun literally coming up to Sheamus saying this is literally, he's like, you see this? You see this belt? This is the closest you're going to get to winning this winning this Intercontinental Championship. The closest, that's it. You ain't getting no closer than this. And Sheamus pushed him. And Braun, I thought he was going to spare him or, anything like that. We ain't getting no rumble or nothing. He just backed away laughing. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I'm like, I thought we was going to get, him going off or them literally, hitting each other battling, brawling a little bit. Security coming over and trying to push them away from each other. Something. We ain't getting nothing like that. Braun back off. He's like, I'm gonna save it for Saturday Night Main Event because I'm going to spear the hell out of you, and you're just going to lose, and you know it's going to happen. Just get ready, and it's going to come out of nowhere. But that's all I got for that. I really, it wasn't that much of a segment. It was just a hype Saturday Night Main Event, and you had, like I said, no problem at all with that because we got to hype the show. It's this Saturday, so that's it.
Lau, you got anything to say about this subject?
Not a whole lot. I do think Sheamus is going to beat him because they're going to put that belt on Sheamus. They're going to let him get it, the only title he hasn't had. If they're going to do it, they need to do it sooner rather than later. So I hope they don't, but I get a just a sinking suspicion that Sheamus is probably getting that.
I feel you. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like you said, I wouldn't be if they did. I think Braun Breaker would win it right back, kind of like what they did with Jey Uso. Braun would get it right back, and then after that, he'd probably have for a good little while after that, probably till like WrestleMania, to be honest. At least. Probably afterwards, because you don't want them to have 3 short reigns. You know what I mean? So he probably have it after WrestleMania, to be honest. So he probably have it like up to like somewhere between like Backlash and SummerSlam. He'll probably lose it somewhere between that time. But hey, it was an okay little segment, and we'll see what happens at Saturday night's main event. Now, the next thing that we had Nia Jax versus Bayley. Now, for all y'all who don't know, I did not say this earlier, but the actual first thing that happened was we saw a glimpse of Rhea Ripley coming into the arena, and she got attacked by Nia Jax. Nia Jax came on and took her out. So I guess Nia Jax just said, fuck the title I just lost. Just fuck it. I lost it. Fuck it, I don't care. Fuck it, I'm gonna go for everybody else's title. Except for the fucking title I just lost. Why wouldn't you go right back for your title? That's all I'm saying. That writers, the WWE writers, don't get me wrong, they do a phenomenal job. I know it's hard. I know there's a lot of criticism, and they gotta make sure they get it right, but they won't get fired. But not having someone go right back for their title would make absolutely no sense. The only time it makes sense if it's a mid-card title and they're going into like another feud, or they're going into, going for the world title immediately afterwards. But with the world title, you lose it, you go right back after it. Unless you're injured. Go right back after it, literally. The only time it's like kind of escapes a little bit, I don't think it's gonna happen. Probably not Parker, but we'll see. Mr. Parker. Thank you for joining us too, by the way. But like I said, man, it just makes no sense for someone to lose that title and then literally 3 days later you're on Raw arguing with a different champion. You know what I mean? You still on your show SmackDown with Tiffany over there. It just, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating me, but hey, she took out Rhea Ripley, so put that on thumbnail. It's gonna pop up later on. So this match between her and Bayley, really good match. Really good, solid match. I had not a single complaint about it. Bayley did lose to Nia, which I kind of expected because it was also an announcement that Bayley has moved to Raw, which is pretty dope to me because I'm pretty sure Charlotte's more likely going to be on SmackDown. And also, remember, we still got Jade Cargill lying around somewhere. She's going to be on SmackDown. So with Bayley over there on Raw now, and I'm pretty sure they probably are going to get Becky. I think that kind of evens out the surprises and the pop that's going to come when they come. So I'm glad for that. Also, we don't know where Jordynne Grace is going to go. Hopefully it's go to Raw. I think Raw would need her more. And hopefully she takes the Intercontinental title from Live Valkyria. That's a different story. It was a pretty decent match, man. I was very impressed by it. They went back and forth. At one point, we saw Roxanne Perez get involved with Bayley. Her and Bayley have been having a little tension lately. Bayley was on, what is it again? She was on the past NXT dealing with Roxanne Perez. So, with that being said, I think officially Roxanne Perez has been called up. This is pretty much a call up or whatnot. And we all knew what was going to happen. That's why she dropped the title. It was time to call her off. She probably should have been called up last draft, but she had just won the championship. So I see why they gave her a good little lengthy run. And it was for y'all who don't watch NXT, it was a very impressive lengthy run from Roxanne Perez. She actually, I think she won Women's Wrestler of the Year, if I'm mistaken. And it was because of that women's NXT run and whatnot. So shout out to her, man. We met her at WrestleMania. We took a picture with her, and we are very appreciative of her. Mr. Parker said they need to do the draft again. Here's the thing about that, Mr. Parker. I would be mad at it, but I don't see a point of it because they break the rules all the time on it, especially Bloodline. Bloodline go wherever they want. The women's tag champions go wherever they want. Right now they just got everybody. If a storyline hits, they just go to a different show. Randy Orton was over there challenging for the World Heavyweight title. He's a SmackDown character. You know what I mean? They break the rules all the time. So right now it kind of don't even matter. I understand having certain shows. They shouldn't always do it, but the draft really doesn't matter anymore because they're gonna break it whenever they want to do it. They're gonna find a way to do it. Even if they just ignore the rule and do it, they're gonna do it. So yeah. So like I said, Roxanne Perez got involved with Bayley. I'm pretty sure she's been called up now. I really like this match a lot. Mr. Lau, can you tell me what you think about this match and everything around it?
I did not want to see Bayley versus Nia again. I think they said it before. They wrestled like 14 times or some shit like that, so I was kind of tired of it. But I gotta admit, this is one of the better matches I've seen between them two. It was an entertaining match. I was kind of surprised that Nia picked up the win. I thought that they were going to start, squashing her again. She lost the title. Yeah, let's just push her to the back again. So I'm kind of glad that she won. I like me some Bayley too. This would have been one of those matches that I would have rather had ended in a DQ or a count out or something like that, because I don't want either one of them to lose right now. I definitely like Bayley more than Nia, but unless you're going to push Nia back to the back, drawn board again, or mid-card titles, then she shouldn't be losing. And if you're pushing Bayley as, hey, Bayley's relevant again, then she shouldn't be losing. So it's kind of one of those situations that what do you do? But it was a good match. I think the way it all worked out, it didn't really make Bayley look weak. She fucking laid it into Nia. She got a little too cocky at the end when she tried Nia's move on her, and that was ultimately, all right, Nia's like, nah, fuck you, bitch. We ain't doing this. So, a good match overall.
All right, Rolly, what you think about it, man?
Definitely a good match. I liked how Nia was working on Bayley's arm, literally dropping the leg on it multiple times. She even tried, at one point, to literally have her leg outside on the apron, and have her arm outside on the apron and tried to drop a leg drop right there. I was like, if she hit that, that would have been it. You could have just rolled Bayley in the ring and rolled her over there for the Annihilator, and that would have been it. But she didn't hit it. I was like, okay, cool. And Roxy getting involved, I was kind of laughing because she's so short, and security literally lifted her up. She was literally wrapped around their leg, like her legs was wrapped around them, and she's over here trying to fight. I'm like, yo, she's so small, bro.
Bro, I'm
so
telling
small.
you, we met her at WrestleMania. She is that small. As small as she looked at tonight, that's how small she is. Seriously.
Still love her, and I want to meet her. So,
and she hit a fan. I hope that was a family member or another wrestler. If you watch when she was kicking, she hit a woman hit the ground, like she hit someone.
Absolutely, somebody got hit.
Oh my gosh, she was just throwing them legs everywhere. But it was cool, it was cool to see Nia looking kind of strong, still as strong as she has been. Bayley looking strong too, looking good. She was teeing off with Nia. They were going back and forth. Nia literally, not Nia. Bayley got, definitely got cocky, like Lau said. She got too cocky, trying to hit Nia with the Annihilator. I mean, Bayley got some yams. She got a butt. She dropped her butt on her. If anybody else would have hit that Annihilator on Nia, it wouldn't have been impactful. But Bayley got something, so it definitely kind of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nikita definitely too. But Bailey got something, so it definitely kind of, probably kind of took something out of Nia a little bit. But Nia showed her, this is how you do my move. You're not going to one-up me and try to beat me with my finisher. So she beat her with her finisher after she already hit her with a senton, leg drop, everything. Yeah, it was completely over. And I don't know what they're going to do with Bailey going forward. This is a fresh start for her on Raw. She's newly on Raw again, back on Raw. New feuds and everything. I'm looking to see who she's going to feud with. It's going to be interesting to see her over here and the dynamics that she's going to have. But right now, most likely she's feuding with Roxy. And it's probably on NXT because that's where it started. So I feel like her last match in NXT is going to be with Bailey. And I'm not mad at it. Like I said, it's going to be a banger. So that's going to be cool. And then they're going to call Roxy up. And then we'll see where they go with that. But I ain't got no problem with the match. It was great. And it was good seeing both of them look strong because they both teed off. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, this match, after everything afterwards, it pretty much gonna lead for this weekend when it's gonna be Rhea versus Nia at Saturday Night Main Event, and that's gonna be a pretty cool match. I'm not mad at that match at all. Like I said, Nia is a SmackDown superstar, but hey, they're crossing over this match. I ain't mad at it all. It's gonna be a banger. That may mess around. I'm not saying it will be because I think Jacob Fatu and Braun might be match of the night, but this absolutely could be match of the night. Nia Jackson and Rhea Ripley is gonna put on the banger. So we're gonna see. We're gonna let that marinate and see what happens. Now, the next thing that we had a little backstage segment with the Judgment Day. As we all know, Finn Balor had a hell of a street fight last week with Damian Priest. At one point, he was being taken off the stretcher, and Damian Priest said, "No, it ain't like that," and he threw him back in the ring. So, with that being said, he did end up losing the match. So, of course, they got to write him off TV for a little bit. So, he's not going to be there the next 2 weeks. With that being said, he was not involved in this Judgment Day segment. And it may have been a better segment. I'm just saying. That's not a direct thing on Finn Balor, but Dominic got talking points, JD got talking points, Liv got talking points, Carlito was still funny. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, yeah, hey, Finn, they kind of cooked without it. Now, this wasn't no like super memorable thing, but it was a segment that I wasn't mad about having. You like we could have did without any Judgment Day segment in the back. But it was pretty straight. Dominic got to talking. He pretty much the main talker of this one. Well, him and JD. JD was pretty much saying like, hey, he's not gonna be here next week, but we got a tag team try to rematch against the War Raiders. And we did not see the War Raiders tonight, and that's for a reason, in my opinion. But War Raiders, they were not seen tonight, and JD's talking about how they got a rematch. So Dom's like, hey, you know what? I'll step up. I'll do it for you. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter who wins as long as the title is in Judgment Day. Now, crazy scenario, right? Hypothetically, let's say Dom and JD wins. When Finn Balor comes back, did he say, hey, that's my title, give it back to me, creating more friction in the group? Possibility. I'm pretty sure Dom's gonna be like, hey, you shouldn't have lost your match. First of all, you lost the title. Second of all, you shouldn't have lost your match to Damian, then you would have been here to get the title back. This is mine. I guarantee if they win it back, that's what's going to happen. I guarantee it with all my heart. So, and I want to see it. I personally want to see it. I think Dominic and JD will probably defend the title more because then you ain't got Finn beefing with Damian and doing everything else instead of defending the title. They will actually focus on tag team stuff if they do win it like that. So, I don't think I'd be too mad if they did win. Like I said, I'm not sold on the War Raiders. I think Viking Raiders was a little more entertaining. It's just my opinion. But coolest segment. Liv got to talking, and she's like, Dom's talking about how he's still sorry about last week or whatnot, and she's like, he's like, are you still mad at me? She's like, no, I'm not mad or whatnot, but you are gonna make it up to me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it up to you. I got you. And she's like, well, come on. So they go off to do something. I don't know what it was. And then Carlito pretty much has a little segment where he's like, or putting his head like on, what's her name? Big Amazon. And then Raquel put his head on Raquel or whatnot. So that was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny segment. I really liked it. They did their thing. Rolly, what you think about this little Judgment Day segment and everything around them?
Thought it was cool for what it was. You know, Dom was also talking about who the luchador was, but he still didn't give us no name. He just said, I know somebody who can help Chad Gable. And he's like, what does it matter? He's like, if you know, it's cool to let somebody owe us for one, you know, owe us one for one. So I'm like, okay, cool. American Made is gonna have to owe Judgment Day something, so they'll probably interfere in one of their matches, trying to help them out, which, you know, is cool. But still seeing Liv being mad at Dom and Dom still being clueless about it is insane. I don't know what they were, because she pulled them off. She's like, no, you know, you're going to make it. He's like, I'm going to make it up to you. And she's like, okay, I know you will. And pulled them off. I'm like, what do you mean by that? What y'all about to go do? Like, you know, some crazy about to go down. That's why Carlito, loud. That's exactly what was probably happening. And Carlito, that's why Carlito looked and put his head on Raquel, because he's looking like, okay, I want to go see what's happening. But yeah, I ain't got much to say about this segment. You know, it would be cool to see Dom and JD, I guess, go for the belts. I don't think they're winning. Like I said, I feel like the Creed should get the belt. That's just me. I feel like they're just a great tag team, and they can hold that belt for a minute, which will make also American Made look strong and look great. If they have the tag team belts, or if they have all the gold, it'll be like Undisputed Era was. When Undisputed Era just held all the gold. All the gold. That's what I want to see with American Made. Them just having all gold. Like Team Angle, Kurt Angle. Yeah, Team Angle. You want to see that again with this group. It seems like it's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait for it. But it's going to happen. And yeah, this Judgment Day segment was cool. It was cool. So it was cool.
Or, you know, hey, Evolution. Randy had the Intercontinental, Rick and Batista had the tag title, and, you know, Triple H had that world title. So, and Judgment Day has held all the gold before. Let's put it in perspective. They had the tag title, they had the World Heavyweight title, Women's World Heavyweight title. Dom had the NXT title, and they also had the Money in the Bank briefcase. So at one point, they were on top of everything. So, you know what I mean? It would be cool to see American Made do it. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad at all. But it's just how they do it. If Dom and JD don't win this week, then the American Made probably will win, and then Dom probably gonna pull in that favor. You know what I mean? I think it'll play out like that. But yeah, you got anything to say about this, Lyle?
Not really, man. Y'all said it all.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, we can move on to the next subject. And this is what aspect I was going to talk about earlier that I was talking about out of order. We got Penta versus Pete Dunne. Match of the night, in my opinion. This was fire. Penta's 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Now, don't get me wrong, Penta did this on a regular basis at AEW, but I think his opponents were, you know, as high profile or highly named as these opponents that he's going against in WWE. Also, he also has several matches with Pete Dunne. A lot of matches with Pete Dunne. Like, I think like 7 or 8 is what they were saying. They said the number out of there. So they've done this plenty of time. They had another banger tonight. Pete Dunne, man, he's a great wrestler. He's always gonna put on some good matches, and I think this was literally a perfect compliment for him. As we all know, Penta don't talk a whole lot of English. He can talk English, but he's not super fluent in it. Kind of like
And crickets. Or, yeah, that too.
Hello? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, for like 5 seconds for some reason, everything went black and then came back on. But yeah. Penta has done this several times. Like I said, I kind of wanted to compare him to Sin Cara, but he talks way more better English than Sin Cara, so it's a little bit easier to work with him. But like I said, he don't talk a lot of English, so they kind of got limited with him. So I think, man, my phone been straight. This is a new phone, Reptar. This is actually one of the best phones I had in a while. It's probably just a signal, you know what I mean? Sometimes signal goes in and out everywhere. So
as he says that, he freezes up again, knowing damn well it's his phone. Quit going porn on your phone, Rock.
I'm literally not doing anything. Like, it's really this. I'm serious. It's been the best phone I had. Like, it hasn't broke up at all.
Let's blame Boss Man. He's hosting it, so we'll blame Boss Man. It's Boss Man's fault.
No, I see what happened. It switched to Wi-Fi for a second.
Don't blame a motherfucking thing on me.
From my Wi-Fi to my guest and back to me for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, cool. Yeah, like I said, the Penta. I want to see him work with regular superstars that he hasn't worked with yet, like the ones who speak fluent English. That's what I want to see him work with. We all know, of course, Pete Dunne does, but they've already worked together several times. Chad Gable, he can do any wrestling style. You know what I mean? I want to see him go against like a Jey Uso, a Drew McIntyre, you know what I mean? A Sheamus, you know what I mean? I think he probably had a few matches with Sheamus too. But you get what I'm saying? Braun Breaker, people like that. See his skill with them, those people who he hasn't worked with, and he really got to go out there and really just work, which I think he'll do just fine, but I still want to see it. Now, with that being said, I really like this match. I think it will match of the night. What do you think about this, Rolly?
Definitely match of the night. Definitely match of the night, man. Like, you talk about how Pete Dunne's great in the ring and like his in-ring skills, but you also got to talk about his selling. Pete's selling is crazy. Yes, crazy.
The only person
like,
I know probably sell better than him right now, maybe Jimmy Uso.
Wow. Yeah. His selling is crazy. Like, he literally sells it like death. Like, his arm, when he snapped his arm with that sacrifice and the way he shivered up like that, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can tell. Like, people in the crowd are like, okay, he broke his arm. He snapped his shoulder. Like, his shoulder popped out of place. It definitely did. But that was great. Like, literally, you can tell they were complimenting each other very well. Like, how they would literally go back and forth, super kicks. They were throwing elbows at each other. Penta literally selling great too, because he was going after his arm and his fingers. I'm like, yo, Pete Dunne with the fingers and the finger snaps, immaculate. I'm like, yo, this match was just great. Everything about it was just great. I can't even talk about it that much. There was so much that went on, so many spots. Penta hitting the Mexican Destroyer. That's what it was. Mexican Destroyer, yeah. He hit that on him again. Fire. Literally him going with that tope. Forget what the tope Hilo or something like that. Canelo?
Tope Canelo.
Tope Canelo.
Yeah, he hit him with that over the top rope. And they laid there for a minute. They didn't even get back up to roll him back in the ring. No, they laid there, so you can tell that they took a lot. It took a lot out of both of them in that match. They rumbled. And I would love to see it again. Great match. Penta won. Another win for Penta, which is 2-0. You know, he's 2 for 2. It was great. No problem here. I liked it a lot. Can't wait to see who else they put Penta up against, you know, because like you said, he's got to go up against people who speak fluent English. I want to see him go up against the Seth Rollins eventually. I know that'll be a banger. There's just so many names, bro. Like, on Raw, they got kind of a stacked deck. I want to see him go up against other big name superstars. And eventually he's going to do it because he said he's coming for all the gold in WWE. So we're going to see a Sami Zayn and Penta. We're going to see a Braun Breaker and Penta. We're going to see some crazy matches, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yes, sir. That's how I know, man. Penta's gonna do great with him. I just want to see it. But I know he's gonna do great with him. Cause like I said, he even had banger matches against EO Sky and Chelsea Green. You know what I mean? When I say bangers, bro, roll it. I swear to God, if you haven't seen those matches, please just go back and watch them, bro. You seen both of them?
And Kyrie Sane. Yeah,
And Kyrie
Sane. And yeah, that's weird we say 3 women, but that, I mean, he put on bangers with them. That just shows you it doesn't matter who he's wrestling, the size, the gender, it's gonna be a fucking banger.
And you might, go ahead, stay on loud. Then you got to mute, come back to pass it right to you. But all 3 of those matches were 5 stars. Go ahead, Loud.
The only thing I really got to say, other than I agree with Parker about AJ Styles, that'd be a fantastic match. But I don't know what Rock Dreams has been dreaming on, but Penta has gone against plenty of high caliber talent over in AEW and still put on these bangers after bangers. I mean, one of Penta's first matches, I believe Penta's first match in AEW, actually before it was finalized as AEW, was against Kenny Omega in a fucking banger. So, anyways, I'm used to seeing Penta do this. For me, it's actually a little mild, a little watered down. Go ahead, Rock. I see you trying to get some words in.
No, I was saying I haven't said that he hasn't. He's always had banger matches. Just the WWE ones. You know what I mean? How are they gonna look with these people in WWE? Yeah, the indie style and the WWE style are completely different. But like I said, he's killing it so far. But I know Pete Dunne and Chad Gable can wrestle anybody. I want to see them work. The other ones who haven't worked with Penta like that work with Penta. I don't think Penta's going to stack on his part.
We will. We are going to see that. I think that Penta and Sammy's going to be. Oh wait, when you said that, I'm like, oh, give me that now. Like we need that yesterday. Shit, why not? Fuck, that'd be a great main event. Right on that cusp of mid card main event guy, kind of push you over. Okay, he's beat Chad Gable. He's beat Pete Dunne. He's beat Sami Zayn. Let's go ahead and put him against. Go ahead, Rock.
One more, Kevin Owens. Just keep going after that. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like y'all said, like Roy said, Raw is stacked. Okay, SmackDown ain't got a chance. The only chance SmackDown has is Jacob Fatu and the Bloodline stuff that they got, and the fact they're pushing. That's why you see Jacob with the mic now. Because that's why you see Jacob in different attire now. That's they know. They know. Oh shit. Raw's got everybody that's really super over and relevant. I mean, Rhea Ripley, we're going to get Becky Lynch. She goes back, give CM Punk's bitch ass. You got just a lot of good talent over there. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. Come on now. So, great match. Y'all said all there really needs to be said about the match. It's Penta. He's here. He's here to stay. He's going to have gold pretty fucking soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. He's just an amazing talent. He's actually he's a generational talent. And just as my opinion, y'all, a lot of people are just not on him, but like I said, we already at the FTW podcast, we already knew about Penta. We already knew he's going to be fired. I'm just glad to finally see him in WWE. He's actually he's literally one of the ones who they shouldn't have took this long to get him. You know what I mean? Just think of all the good stuff he had in WWE. When they were trying to get Jay White, they probably would have got Jay White if they had somebody like Penta over there. Because then they'd been like, oh, snap. I see what y'all do for indie wrestlers now. I'm going to go ahead and, come over there. Maybe even would have got Kenny on his second contract instead of, him signing back with, again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, man. What's up, MTG? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm back in South Florida. It was hell taking on that cold weather in Dallas. And as you know, I was at TNA Genesis, but I know this is the Raw review, so keep going with the Raw review.
Hey, we appreciate you going out there, though, man. We know you got good content, and we know you really put on for the game. By the way, fantastic show. Fantastic show. We got this Raw review. We're not going to get too much into it, but it was a fantastic TNA Genesis. All right, cool. So, what do you think about the Penta match? Did you catch the Penta match, MTG?
Yes, I did. I couldn't miss that. I didn't tune into Raw till I missed the first hour of it, but I did see the Penta match. That was kind of a dream match to me for me to see Pete Dunne versus Penta. But I wish that match happened while he was in NXT UK, and it was a little different because Pete Dunne is not that NXT UK Pete Dunne that we all know. I would have been a little more hyped about it if we got that NXT UK Pete Dunne versus Penta. I'm glad we still got it in general. They put up a solid match.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Like I said before, they already wrestled each other like 5 or 6 times at least in the indie scenes or whatnot. So it wasn't nothing new for them. They, like I said, they delivered. They put on the banker for us. So, all right, cool. So with that being said, we can move on to the next subject. We ain't gonna really talk about this too much. The next thing that happened was they showed a little video clip of Logan Paul. He's actually gonna be back next week. I'm excited to see it, and hopefully, the only reason why I'm excited to see it, because I want to see him be full time. Hopefully, when he comes this time, he actually is full time and is actually there week after week after week. You know what I mean? You can take a week or two off. You know what I mean? But you gotta be there week after week. Also, when he wrestles, he needs to do a few house shows. This is my opinion. He ain't gotta do every single one, but you need to do a few just to where you can get a sense of how it is to wrestle on a regular basis. We all know he's phenomenal talent and phenomenal wrestler for sure. I don't care what nobody says about that. Logan Paul can wrestle his ass off to the full. But I just want to see him wrestle on a regular basis. So we'll see what happens with that, man. The next subject that we had after that, we had CM Punk. CM Punk cut a promo, pretty much promising him going to win the Royal Rumble. We ain't really talk about that either. The main thing that he said that was fun to me was that he don't care if Hulk Hogan old ass is there. He gonna throw his dusty ass over the top rope. I'm so happy he said that. I'm so happy he said that, because we all know, for all you all who don't know, Hulk Hogan is probably going to be at this Saturday night's main event. He got booed to high hell at the Netflix premiere. They need, and the way they cheered when CM Punk said that, they need to take into consideration. We don't want to see him. We don't want to see him. Just to bring it up just for a little bit, at TNA Genesis, I forgot the girl name. I literally just forgot it, because I don't like her anyway. But the girl that Jordan Grace wrestled, they call her a racist during the match. What's her name,
yes,
MTG?
Tessa Blanchard. Her father is a WWE. Her father's a WWE Hall of Famer. It was part of the Four Horsemen in WCW. Yep. Her family is kind of the Blanchards. They're kind of a legend in the business. Like, her grandfather actually used to run the Florida territories here back in the 80s and the 70s. So that family was pretty popular, and after the show she did a meet and greet, and I decided not to go because I know that girl has issues in real life. They said she has anger issues, and she's really not reliable. I'm surprised TNA brought her back, because when she was their world champion, she no showed at a few events.
Yeah, that was she had issue with a couple of fans and a couple of female wrestlers backstage, and that's why she got the notion of being a racist, because it was several times where she had some instances of not being fair to all the wrestlers. You know what I mean? So just my point of saying that TNA and the wrestling business in general, the upper echelon, needs to pay attention when we don't want somebody there. You're gonna get terrible reaction when you actually do anything with them. Like, if you want to part of your business, all right, that's fine. Keep them backstage. Keep them backstage, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? We can't do nothing about doing business with them, but we can do something about them being on our TV screen. We don't want to see it. Don't have Hogan old ass out there this coming up week. Y'all doing just fine. Just think about it. It ain't like y'all ratings are plummeting or something, and y'all didn't need him to save y'all, or they needed Tara to save them, Teresa to save them. Y'all doing great, as best you've ever been. Don't show them. Just don't show them. What do you think about this CM Punk thing, Rolly?
Like you said, not much to really say about the segment. You know, it was CM Punk being CM Punk. He was literally promoing his ass off. Literally. Like, dude's a beast on the mic. He's crazy on the mic. And he was talking like, literally, Jackie Rittman gave him names and he came up with things about those names, saying like Sami Zayn, he's not even on my level. Seth Rollins, I beat Seth Rollins. Yeah, that was real crazy. I was like, okay, he just literally threw Sami Zayn right under the bus. Like, he's not on my level. He's not even like close to my level. Like, dang. All right, well, that's shady. Talking about Roman Reigns saying that it's every man for himself, but Roman Reigns literally needed my help. I'm like, he's just doing this stuff on the fly. You can't knock CM Punk on the mic. CM Punk is a monster on the mic. And when he talked about Hulk Hogan, I laughed my ass off. I was dying. I was like, yo, he said, throw his dusty ass over the top rope. Loved it. No, not much to say about it. Great segment from Punk, as it always is. That's it.
Lyle, you got anything to say about Twin?
Fuck CM Punk.
Ah, man, we all know you love that man. Not love, you know what I mean? But you love him at first.
He was great.
You know what I mean?
There will be no CM Punk slander on the FTW podcast, especially from somebody that looks like CM Punk in 2010. So I will not have that from a CM Punk lookalike. That's all.
That's what I said Twin. You know what I mean? I said, you got anything to say about Twin? But yeah.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
I'll catch y'all on the next show, y'all. I'm gonna.
NGG, you got anything else to say about it? About the CM Punk thing?
I popped off for a bit, but as far as the CM Punk thing, there's really nothing to say, you know. He always never liked it, Hulk. Yeah, he always never liked it, Hulk Hogan, even before the whole racist remarks. He said that he didn't like him for not saying what's up to him in the locker room back in 2007. So CM Punk always had hatred towards Hulk Hogan, even before the whole allegation thing. We're not going to. There's really nothing to say. He just doesn't like him. But that's the backstory behind that whole this.
You know what really blew my top? If he said, I'll throw his old racist ass over. And I expect CM Punk to say something like that. So I would have been crying laughing.
I think he would.
He would. If they keep on putting him out there, let him be anywhere near CM Punk. They sure better not have him in no same promo. He's going to call him racist. He's going to do it. For sure. He's going to do it to his face, too. So, yeah. Pretty dope. All right, cool. Next thing that we had a tag team match with Damage Control. Well, 2 members of Damage Control. We all know everybody else is hurt right now. With Io Sky and Dakota Kai. They went against PFC. And you all know how I feel about their name. But this was Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Great match. This is one of the better matches I've seen out of PFC in a long, long time. Yo, Zoe is a beast. She, like the third move of the match, she went from right here at theirs, did a drop kick from the top, from the top turnbuckle, just from the top rope, hopped up the top rope, and did a drop kick all the way across the ring. She cleared the ring and still got this girl right in the chest. Y'all, when I say, look, I've tried doing this. It's very difficult to even do it to somebody right in front of you. She cleared the ring, and she made it look easy. And then she caught another time with another drop kick. Y'all, this Zoe Stark is a beast. I don't know what they doing something wrong with PFC. They gotta get rid of that name. We all know what Shayna Baszler can do. But she just showed me stuff every time she wrestles. Zoe Stark does. I don't like the gimmick of the punk rock gimmick. And by the way, she's been on social media wearing dresses lately. I don't know what that's about. They're gonna try something with that type of angle eventually. I'm just saying. I don't know. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens with that. But I really liked this match. Once again, Damage Control did pick up the win. I'm not mad at it at all, but they gotta start having PFC lose if they want them to stop looking goofy. So with that being said, Rolly, what do you think about this match?
The match was fine. The match was cool. The match was definitely good. You know, good tag team match between Damage Control and PFC. Name is horrible, but I feel like, I don't know. They just got to change the name. To me, change the name and also change the gimmick for some reason. I don't like that they all look similar. Like they're similar gear. It's horrible. That pants and shirt type template that they have going on where they just look like rockers and Zoe's looking like Shayna. No. Oh my gosh, no. They can look great. Still wear black, but be individuals. Like, wear some individual gear. Y'all can all look great and just not wear the same stuff. Just have the same colors. It's still a cohesive unit. But no, they want to look alike, which is, I guess, it's not working. It's definitely not working. But the match was good. Zoe Stark, I already knew she was good. She was great in NXT. But that missile drop kick, and one, she didn't even give Dakota time to actually like set up at all. She was literally mid-jump, mid-over, hopping over Shayna to come right into getting kicked in the chest with that drop kick. I was like, okay, yeah, she might have knocked the wind out of her because there's no way she didn't get a chance to brace or anything. She definitely took all of that. These women are tough, like crazy tough. But great match. It was great seeing, you know, Io getting in the hot tag. Everybody was hoping that she was getting in the ring, wanted her to get in, and they were eager. They were chanting Io's name. She didn't fail when she got the hot tag. She came in and did her thing, even literally ducking Zoe ducking Zoe's clothesline and jumping right out the ring on Shayna with the suicide dive, very quick, getting in the ring, finishing the match off with her over the moon. So it was great. Great match. And PFC didn't attack them afterwards, which means I guess they're kind of, it might seem like they're leading to dissension in the group. Like, okay, something's got to change. We're losing. Nothing's working. Something's got to change. They're probably about to place the blame on somebody in this group, which is most likely going to be Zoe. To me, it seemed like they're probably get Zoe out the group and push her probably on her own, which I don't want. I want Shayna to leave this group and be Shayna Baszler of old, the Queen of Spades, the one who was the NXT Women's Champion. I want to see that. So if they're going to put somebody out this group or let somebody leave, it should be Shayna. Zoe and Sonya Deville, they can be a tag team still, but I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. But I like the match. That's all I gotta say.
Man. Yay, nay, yee, nay, no yeet, yeet. What's that?
Sick and tired of Shayna Baszler taking pins. That's all I gotta say about it. You already said enough about it. The name's stupid. Outfits are stupid. They're three badass women that should be kicking ass, but they're taking L's. Makes no sense.
Yep.
Thank you. Shayna Baszler should be like the one who takes the least pins out of all of them. It's just my opinion. But go ahead, MCG.
Decent match. I knew Damage Control was going to win. And I still hate that name, Pure Fusion Collective. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
It's just that the fact that they was in the writer room, and you know what I mean, they said, Sammy, nah, he's not gonna win. We want him to. LA Knight, the hottest superstar, nah, he's not gonna win. We want him to. You know what? What's gonna cook? PFC. That's gonna cook. That's the better idea that we've had out of all the other ideas that we passed up. This right here is the one that we're gonna just go crazy about. You know what I mean? And you know, we're gonna break up Judgment Day. We're gonna take out Edge. We're gonna take out Rhea. We're gonna take out Damian, and that's gonna work out great. You know what I mean? And we're gonna call these girls Pure Fusion Collection. All right. I guess.
Gotta love wrestling.
Yeah, we're doing right by our fans and these wrestlers. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and move on from that. 'Cause it's like it kind of pisses me off the more I talk about it. But yeah, decent match. I love the match. They did their thing, and they did not disappoint at all. So next thing that we had on the agenda, we had our main event, guys. We had Mr. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. This was a banger as well. They put on an amazing match, in my opinion. Seth Rollins did pick up this victory, which I was not expecting. I thought Seth was gonna lose because I mean, Drew really don't lose the regular matches. When he loses, he uses the bigger matches. You know what I mean? The WrestleManias, the any PLE. He's lost a lot of PLEs, but the matches leading up to it, he usually always win those. You know what I mean? So I personally thought he was gonna win this match, but he did not. After the match, he attacked Drew. I mean, he attacked Seth. You know what I mean? Got some good licks in and whatnot. It looked like he was gonna tear Seth down for a long time. But Sami Zayn came out there to help. He kind of like broke it up, whatnot. But in the midst of Sami Zayn breaking up everything, right afterwards, he got attacked. Sami got attacked again for a little bit by Drew, and then Sami tried to get back and help Seth Rollins as it was happening, and went for a haluva kick. Drew moved, and when I say he haluva kicked the holy hell out of Seth Rollins, Jesus Christ, I swear to God, it looked it bad. I was like, oh, yeah, I probably would. I'll be asking Sami, what's up, bro? What's up? Like that kick was way too hard. Like you saw my face and the kick got harder. It went from like it was about to be a 7 to like a 11.2. All right, it went up immediately when you saw my face. Something about my face made you mad. What is it? You know what I mean? So yeah, pretty dope match. Pretty dope. Afterwards, I'm pretty sure it's gonna lead to some tension between Sami and Seth. We all know we want to see the super group of Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. I think they may be playing a little more into it because we know KO is going to get involved with Sami. Now, Sami probably going to be involved with Seth somehow. Maybe some type of betrayal happens the way he helps Seth do something, and Sami's involved in it. And then Drew was like, hey, I told you guys all along this is what we need to do. You know what I mean? I hope it happens. But like I said, great match, great aftermath. We'll see what happens. Rolly, tell us something.
The match was fire. Drew and Seth put on a banger. It was honestly better than the WrestleMania match because the WrestleMania match didn't really get a lot of time because, like they said, Seth was going into that match hurt. So he was hurt. They had to literally plan a match that was quick enough to get Seth out of that ring and basically ready to go into surgery. So he was hurt. The match was at WrestleMania, the match was very quick, but this match tonight was a banger, straight up banger, back and forth. They were slapping each other, literally chopping. It was going down. And I like the spot where Drew countered Seth's superplex off the top rope with the Falcon Arrow of his own. That was hard. I was like, okay, yeah, they're throwing everything at each other, literally everything. I loved it. Everything. I loved the match. I loved how Seth basically got the roll-up victory. I thought Drew was going to win, but I guess they were going with Seth winning this match. I had no problem with it because honestly, WrestleMania rematch, Drew won at WrestleMania. Seth can win here. It's cool, whatever. And I like that Drew continued the attack, beat him down Seth. Sami coming out to try to help, but only made things worse, and not trying to forget that before that even happened, literally when Seth Rollins, like before this match even happened, Karrion Kross was back there smiling after Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins had that little backstage segment. We know what's about to happen. There's about to be a betrayal. Sami's about to, like, everything's about to come crumbling down, like, in front of, everything's going to blow up in front of Sami's face. Like Karrion Kross already said, it's going to happen. He's like a fortune teller or some shit. Like, it's going to happen. We're only going to see what's about to happen. Especially after that kick, that haluva kick. Seems like, okay, Seth, he's like, I wasn't aiming for you, but Seth's still looking at him like, nah, you're up to something. you're trying to screw me, or you didn't like what I said a couple weeks ago about you, so I feel like you still got animosity towards me about that whole thing. Something's about to happen. There's about to be a super group. I'm hoping that we see that super group between Drew, Seth, and Kevin. It seems like we're going towards that, but you never know with WWE. They're probably going to pull a swerve. We're on a road to WrestleMania real soon, so there's going to be a lot of swerves happening. Who knows if we're going to see that group or there's going to be a swerve happening. So honestly, that's all I got to say. Great match, great ending segment, and a way to end Raw.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. Like you said, I'm glad that you brought that up with Karen Cross. I did forget to mention that. Karen Cross was in the background as Sammy and stuff did have a little dialogue in the back. So, yeah, like you said, anything that Karen Cross say, even if he lose his match, whatever he said is gonna happen. You can bet your check on that. So, it's still so funny how the man said about the pride when he said Montez maybe should need pride. Maybe the pride is not a good thing to happen. And literally, we don't see Bobby Lashley after like a month after that. There's no more Bobby Lashley in WWE. That was a crazy thing that happened right there. But yeah, Karen Cross, man. Glad you brought that up. Man, what you think about this match and everything around it?
Great match, which you knew it would be with these two guys. They're not going to put on a boring match. This is one of those matches that you didn't need to know any background of them. They told the story while they were wrestling. They were artists in this match. Showed how great both of them are. As far as everything else, y'all covered it, man. I mean, there ain't a whole lot to say. I am glad you brought up the Karrion Kross thing in the background. I'm still not sold on his gimmick. I guess is cool. Sure, he's a fortune teller, but I'd love to see him more in the ring. I missed, when he was NXT Karrion Kross, he was just killing everybody. It was great, kind of like how Baron Corbin was, and we see all these other people that come up from there. Karrion Kross, Baron Corbin. They did all right with KO. There's other people I'm sure I'm missing. That Drew McIntyre, when he first came back up, he went through NXT and came up, but he did all right. But, it seems like they dropped the ball on a lot of these guys when it comes to that. So, just curious to see what we got for the future. I was stoked that Seth picked up the victory. I kind of didn't expect him to, even though, like, I think James Parker, one of our viewers watching, said he didn't really, wouldn't make sense Seth losing twice, 2 Raws, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is the new era of Raw. So, I wouldn't be surprised Seth being professional if he's getting ready to just putting some of the newer talent or some of the other guys over because he's getting ready to go on vacation or get surgery or retire. Who knows? He's been around a while. So good way to finish Raw. We had CM Punk before the match, getting the crowd hyped. Then you had the match that was really good. If it wouldn't have been for the Penta match, this probably would have been the match of the night. So good way to end Raw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. MTG, what's happening, baby? Tell me something about this match.
Good ending to Raw. Great match. I thought Drew was going to win. He basically covered everything that I wanted to say to it. And that was really a banger. I'm glad how they ended the show like that. And that's pretty much on my take on this match. And I do want to show this off. This is what I picked up when I was in Dallas.
Who that?
Bret Hart.
Oh, okay.
That's Bret Hitman Hart, legend figure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I just had to show that off.
Okay. Look at you doing your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. So,
and
go ahead.
I will be back in Dallas for AEW All In.
Yes, sir. That boy MTG said he gonna catch them shows this year, and I do not blame him, boy. Y'all, if y'all never been to a wrestling event, you have to go. I haven't been to TNA yet, but I have been to WWE. I have been to a few WWE shows, and I've also been to an AEW show. I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna get your money worth either way.
Yep.
Me personally, AEW, you're gonna get your money worth twice. Man, I'm telling y'all. it's canceled now. What was it? Rampage? What one got canceled? Rampage, right? So, but when me and Boss Man went, when they was down here, we was at the Rampage setting. We was at Dynamite. They did Ring of Honor, and they had a pre-show. Y'all, we saw like 12 matches that night. I swear to God, all of it that night, bro. And let's not include the night they had the 60-minute Iron Man match with what's our boy not
Ospreay and MJF.
Ospreay, yeah. Ospreay and MJF. We saw
one
that
of the
match.
best 60-man Iron Man matches in history.
It was so good. It was so good. It was great. It was an amazing match. My only thing, it was so funny because the ref didn't do a count out at first, and then later on the match, because it was all to the crowd, and later on the match, he started doing the 10 count. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But like I said, great match.
To be able to go an hour though, and to captivate and keep people watching for an hour, there's very few people that can do that. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels did it, WrestleMania 12. And within a very simple yet great match. Ospreay and MJF, Ospreay being Ospreay and MJF being more along the Bret Hart line with the way he does things. It was a perfect pairing for a 60-man Iron Man match where when you need to speed it up, you got Ospreay's, holy fuck, did he just do what I think he did? What was that called? And when you need to slow it down, you got MJF Salt of the Earth. So, great match.
I personally thought it was going to end in the tie because they could not keep each other down. Or they could not make each other submit. And like I said, the ref didn't do the 10 count first. So I literally thought it was going to end in just a draw. But MJF pulled out the last little clothesline that got the victory. So, like I said, AEW is going to give you more matches. I haven't been to a TNA show yet. I'm pretty sure MTG knows more about those shows. But when I say money worth for matches, you're going to get your money worth for shit sure the AEW show. And think about it. We were there, and this one, they didn't. Billy Gunn wasn't there. Edge wasn't there. Who else wasn't there? Hell, Kenny Omega wasn't there. Those are three people who wasn't even there, and they're there now. You know what I mean? And Bobby Lashley and Shelton weren't even there yet, and they're there now. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all need to catch the AEW show for sure. I don't care what they say about it. The actual show, great. You're going to get your money worth. So, MTG, have a good time with that, man. And that being said, that was our show for tonight.
I wanted to say this real quick. I went with my cousin. He's not a wrestling fan like he was in the 80s and the mid-90s. He said that he wants to start watching TNA now. So, I basically got him into TNA. And he lives in Dallas, and him and I, we went to WrestleMania together. We went to TNA Genesis together, and now we're going to go to AEW All In together. And now he wants to get back into it again. And that's what I like. I want pro wrestling to be as popular as it was back in the day. I want that to continue. I want it to be more popular than ever. I want it to make more money than ever.
You know,
it is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. Like, it's got a good boon right now, but if you go back and you watch, say, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, you go and watch a basketball playoff, a football playoff, even a baseball playoff, something like one of the big, meaningful games. And then you listen to that crowd. And you go back and you listen to, you compare the wrestling crowds and the crowds we got now and all that. It's just not the same. We've got a good wrestling boom right now, but back then, you had crowds comparable and louder than those playoff crowds that had more people. Granted, some of them were outdoor stadiums, of course, whether it's football, whatever. But when you can compare wrestling fans to avid sports fans, you listen now, it's just there's not a comparison. The only comparisons you can give is when WWE was over in France, when they were in England, and when you had those raucous crowds that were just incredible and made you like love being a wrestling fan. But you don't get a lot of those at all. You get 3-4 of those a year, and you hardly get them in America, you know. And
that's why they're.
Go ahead.
That's why they're going over there for Road to WrestleMania. They're going to be spending those 3 months all the way over there in Europe for those loud crowds up for WrestleMania. They know what they're doing. They definitely do.
It still doesn't compare to some of these playoff crowds that you hear in football, basketball, baseball, etc., like it used to. We're getting there again. We're getting back up there. We are definitely in a good time for wrestling, and with this Netflix going all over the world, with because it's not just America that tunes in for Super Bowls and NBA finals and all that. You got other countries that are just as avid sports fans as us that love to tune in to watch this American sports.
I think this is my personal opinion. All right. And correct me if I'm wrong. Just follow me here. I think it is just as good. Now, for a while, it was not. Between I'll say 2011, 2010 through 2018, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was not what it was. The crowds were not that good. The only chance they had was what? And that was Stone Cold, who wasn't even wrestling. You know what I mean? So other than that, it really wasn't that good. And don't get me wrong, it was still very entertaining. It just wasn't that good. You know why? Because that was a PG era, and Vince only had liked it. Other than Kofi and Bryan Danielson, if you want really big, strong, muscular, he wasn't gonna make you a world champion or make anybody believe in you like that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it was kind of hard to really get into it like that. Back in the day, you had the muscular guys still winning, but at the same time, you kind of believe that a smaller guy might win. But in that little era right there, or CM Punk too. I'm gonna throw CM Punk in there too. Okay? He wasn't no best guy either. But other than that, everybody else who wasn't muscular was pretty much gonna lose. Back then, you kind of believe the small guy might win if they were involved. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a fan based sport. And that time, it was the PG era. The PG era wasn't hitting on shit as far as fans being very interactive. You know why? Because PG, kids. You know what I mean? It was very kiddish type of thing. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You got the adults who were diehard fans who were still gonna watch. But they pandered to kids way too much. You know what I mean? Or younger audiences way too much. That's because of networks and whatnot. Now that Triple H is in control, since the pandemic on, the stories have been fire. Even during the pandemic, the stories were great. I personally didn't watch it during the pandemic because I was like, it's kind of hard to watch without fans. But when I went back and watched them afterwards, I was like, okay, I missed some shit. This was fire. Anything Drew McIntyre did was fire. Anything Bobby's Hurt Business, fire. The stuff Apollo Crews did during that time, fire. And everything above. So everything after that pretty much been the Roman era. Everything with Roman has pretty much took off. You know what I mean? And the crowd has been behind it. You know the loudest pop that was in France? Jey Uso. It came from Roman. You know what I'm saying? They doing the no ye stuff now. Came from Roman. Of course, they popping every time Roman come out. Jacob Fatu, Samoan family come from the Roman story. You know what I mean? Since Roman has hit, I believe everything is getting back to where it was. And that, like I said, mainly because of Roman, but it's getting there. It's like literally right at there. The sales as far as merchandise and as far as what they do on social media and networks, like wrestlers go on shows now and get regular interviews now. It wouldn't happen back in the day. Back in the day, it was just the WWE champion, that's it. Maybe the world heavyweight champion. Now I've seen Liv Morgan on shows, you know what I mean? I've seen Dominic on shows. I've seen, you know what I mean, CM Punk on other shows. You know what I mean? Jey Uso gonna start doing shows pretty soon. You see these wrestlers who wasn't nowhere near that. Oh, also Drew McIntyre, he's done a few interviews outside of WWE. We interview wrestlers now. FTW podcast. Back in the day, that was stuff wasn't gonna happen like that. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's like it's more popular as far as, and it may be because of social media as well. But they get way more involved with people, and being able to break kayfabe kind of helps as well. They don't do it too much now, but they do. They will break it just a little bit in order to entertain us, and I think that's why it's getting back to what it was. Now, the crowds aren't as boring as they were. If the people are boring, they're gonna be boring. Let's be real. Back in the day, damn near every single person's character was over. You know, you had probably the most least popular person on there was probably Headbangers, and they were extremely entertaining. You know what I mean? You had D'Lo Brown, you had Al Snow who loved head, then you had Val Venus, a porno star, then you had a dang vampire in Gangrel with his own group. Gangrel didn't say nothing. He just had a fire group. When he did start talking on the mic, that's when his buzz kind of went down. But before then, he didn't say nothing. He just came out there drinking blood and spitting it out and having great matches. You feel what I'm saying? And they couldn't even wrestle as good as people wrestle now. No offense to them. No offense. But they were not the athletes of today by far. But their storytelling pretty much sold you before they even got into the ring. Now, they like Lau just said about Seth and Drew. You cannot see them ever wrestle. They're gonna tell their story in the ring. You know what I mean? They all, and of course, they do their thing outside the ring. That's just why I believe it's getting to where it was and it's being just as popular, if not even more popular. You feel what I'm saying? Not album sales. The sales of their equipment is by far way higher than it was way back in the day. The only two people who had equipment that sold like that was literally The Rock and Stone Cold. Literally, they made merchandise money. Everybody else didn't make merchandise money like that. Yeah, to this day, Stone Cold still gets a cut of his merchandise sales. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion on it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think it's getting there.
No, you're correct, because in the Attitude Era, that's when WWE made the most money in company history as far as pay-per-view buy rates, attendance, merchandise, house show attendance. Like, that's when I hope WWE does better than that. Like, no disrespect to the Attitude Era guys, but like, I hope WWE like gets there again. And I want it to skyrocket better than ever.
Yeah, everybody pretty much has their own gimmicks again. You know what I mean? Over gimmicks as well, except PFC and Live Valkyria. Other than that, everybody pretty much has their own, and War Raiders. Other than that, everybody else, every single gimmick you see, it's an over gimmick. And a lot of people, they are so creative. It's like a lot of their gimmick is their personal self. So it's not hard at all to reenact that person on screen. Seth Rollins, you can tell he's damn near like that outside of there. Drew McIntyre, he's killing it with social media stuff. I'm talking going crazy, and I can tell that's him. You know what I mean? Austin Theory, that's him. I ain't saying I've met Austin Theory. I've seen Austin Theory outside of WWE a lot on these interviews and stuff that he does. He is that person, interacting with everybody, being a great person, but extremely cocky at the same time. That's him. You know what I mean? Carmelo Hayes, that's him. You know what I mean? Trick Williams, that's definitely him for sure. That, like, these are these people, and they're bringing it to the screen, and they're doing great jobs at it. Like I said, every single gimmick is over, and I'm here for it. So, but like, hey, we 2 hours into this show, and I'm pretty sure most of us got to work tomorrow. So, that being said, thank you all for joining tonight. We did a great job, great show. Appreciate Lau for coming, appreciate MTG for coming, and we appreciate Rolly. Do you guys got anything to say?
All I gotta say is TikTok is not banned no more. So make sure to follow me on TikTok at Talking Smack with Rolly. Still the same thing. We back, baby. So let's continue to bring that content. I'm bringing the content all year. So continue to follow me and everything like that, because it's only gonna go up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, TikTok was banned shorter than Bianca Belair winning that title and then losing it to Io Sky. But like I said, appreciate everyone for joining us, man. It's your boy FTW Rock. Tomorrow we got the NXT review. The Roller's gonna be on that. Wednesday we got the Mad Family review. Your boy Madman Loud's gonna be on that. Thursday we got the TNA review with MTG, and Friday we also got the Friday Night SmackDown review with yours truly. Saturdays and Sundays, if there are Saturday we got the Saturday Night Main Event. We will see y'all there. Sunday, I don't think we got anything. But if we did, we would cover it. It's the FTW podcast, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us, and we are out. Be easy, just like the song say.